Greetings, luxe lovers. Welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. So I'm interrupting my Paris video timeline to bring you an extra bonus video and share some beauty items that I picked up from Hermès' recent release of their Autumn-Winter 2024 limited edition makeup collection. The whole collection came out with 2 nail polishes, 3 lipsticks, and a new eyeshadow palette, plus a release of the highly anticipated cheaper fragrance called Barénia. I picked up a lipstick, a nail polish, and a sample of the Barénia perfume, so sit back, relax, and get ready for some swatches, try-ons, comparisons, and first impressions. And I just want to caveat this that I am no makeup expert, but I do know a thing or two about Hermès, so take all of this with a grain of salt. So let's begin. Okay, so first, let's open this one. And this is the Rouge Hermès Light Matte Lipstick, limited edition, and I got it in the color Rouge Napa. I thought it was really interesting because what I noticed about the webpage when I saw it is that they called it a light matte lipstick, whereas previously I had purchased their regular matte lipsticks. Of course, you get that beautiful orange box. It slides out. And what I love is that they all come with little dust bags. And they do sell like leather holders, but these dust bags are also fine and they will keep your lipsticks intact in your purse. Here we have the logo at the bottom and we just take out our lipstick. Ooh, look at that. That is really, really pretty packaging. So hopefully you can see, but it's like a pinky tan and then what looks like a dark navy and a lighter blue. Here's what the bullet looks like. So you can see that Hermès is etched into the actual bullet. Here's what the bottom looks like. Before I do any swatches, I just wanted to read a little bit about it so that we can kind of prepare ourselves for the experience. This is in Rouge Napa, an intense burgundy that fades into a translucent wine-colored shade. And I actually liked that description a lot because I like the idea of fading. So I'm hoping that this might be more of a stain. The easily buildable formula with its light matte finish fades on the lips into a transparent veil. It combines ultra comfort with long wearing and light to medium coverage, perfect for what I want. And this formula pairs a moisturizing complex with white mulberry extract to lastingly hydrate the lips. If you're a veteran of this channel, you know that I absolutely love the Hermès lip balm. So if this could be like the lip balm, but a little more long wearing, that would be perfect. So we're gonna do a quick swatch, but I also brought a ton of my Hermès lip products with me so that we can kind of compare and contrast this formula. And let's look at this light matte lipstick. So here we have the bullet. It doesn't have like an overwhelming scent, but I could definitely see where they were talking about berry. And then let's see what it looks like on my hand. That is a really nice berry color. Kind of felt a little waxy, but it kind of went on really nicely. I already put the Hermès lip balm on top of my lips. So I am just going to use my handy Chanel mirror to help me out here, but I'll put it on camera too. So let's see. All right. So I like that a lot. And they say it's buildable, and it definitely is. So that is a really nice berry look. And I would say this is very, very different than the original matte. I mean, I would almost question whether this is really a matte, to be honest. It could be that I'm so hydrated from the regular Hermès lip balm underneath that maybe I would need to put more of a different type of primer and maybe no primer at all. But that is just like a beautiful berry stain, and I can't wait to see how it wears. It does feel slippery, but again, it could just be that I have that lip balm underneath. I'll try to apply it under different like circumstances with maybe nothing underneath, but I just feel like that's a very natural berry. Right now, I really like this. Now, I might try the other one. I think it's like Beige d'Oubli. But I know for my own lips, more of the berry tones work well with my like skin tone. So this is looking really good. This is almost like foolproof. Like you can't, or at least I can't over apply, but I think it looks great. And as you can see, yeah, it's still kind of tacky. So it never really like dries down, and I'll have a little tissue over here. But I wanted to compare it for you to other of the original regular matte colors. So here we have Beige Naturel, and I also have Rose Boisé. I think Rose Boisé is actually what I will actually compare it to, because Rose Boisé, as the name implies, is more of a rosewood. So here is what that bullet looks like. Very similar, although you can see that the new shade is kind of darker. So when I have Rose Boisé next to that, this is like way more pigmented already. The original mattes do provide, I think, more coverage, but they're a little dry, if I had to be perfectly honest. I'll show you what the Beige Naturel looks like. So I'll kind of put that here. So you can see it looks nothing like the darker Rouge Napa that I have. So I did bring this over, and this is a Brilliant Beige Crusette. And I have to say, I love this formula and I love this color, and I'll kind of swatch that down here as well. And you can definitely see it's a lot more brown, but it's a lot more shiny. So maybe by matte, they just mean it's not shiny, but it's not like drying down. And then the other thing I just wanted to show you, which I use a ton, this is the Hermès Lip Enhancers and Rose Tan. I've featured this on my channel, but as you can see, I'm like down to the nub. I use this legit every day. I will just also show you what that looks like. And these are just the tiniest hint of color. But what's nice is that it will sometimes dry down and just leave a little tint. And so if I put that next to the Rouge Napa, and it's like way more sheer. So I almost feel like the new light matte lipstick will definitely leave more of a color, but it's not drying, which is great. There is another color available as part of this collection, and it is called Beige Glacé. This one says a subtle, sparkling, warm beige. And I actually passed on this because the description reminded me a lot of this one, and this is the Poppy Shine color that they originally came out with, and I will show you this as well. And when I heard that the other one had shine to it, I immediately thought of this formula, and I will swatch it here. And this one you can see, you know, definitely not a matte. This is also that Brilliant formulation, so it's also very shiny. It definitely has some sparkle in it, and I think they call it Mother of Pearl Shimmer. So I just figured, while I like this formula and it has a bit of an orange tint, I'm not crazy about physical shimmer that you can feel, and you could definitely feel a little bit of grittiness with this. And so I just assumed without trying that the Beige Glacé might be like that, so I passed. So far, so good. I'm really enjoying this. It's not drying. And I feel like it looks natural on me, but also know that I'm the type of person where my lips just like darken lipstick anyway. Try to swatch it if you can. But so far I'm really happy with this purchase, and I'm really hoping that they do more with this light matte formula. All right, next we're going to look at this, and it is Le Man Hermès nail polish in the limited edition color Vert Bronze. And veterans of the channel know that if it's Vert, it's for me. Or something like, if it's Vert, I'm there. So I definitely had to pick this up without even like thinking about it, and luckily my local boutique had it. So for the unboxing experience, we'll open it up. I am such a fan of Hermès nail polishes. I do have a video, which I'll also link above, where I kind of sample all of the nail polishes I have. So here we go. In the box. This is my first look at it. It has the Hermès stamp on the front. And so this was a tough one that I just really needed to see in person, where I think that people might be able to benefit from at least a comparison in my collection, because when I first looked at it online, frankly, it looked a lot like the Gris Etoupe. So we're going to compare, because you know I have some shades in my collection. But before we do that, I'll read a little bit of information about their bronze. So it's definitely more of a khaki green than like an emeraldy green, which is more near and dear to my heart, but here we go. Their bronze, a dense, deep khaki with gray undertones. So I guess in a way I was right that it's kind of like a taupe as well, inspired by the house's leather shades. So I don't actually know if there is a Their bronze color, but I think that's beautiful. First, we'll do a comparison with Gris Etoupe, and here they are together. While kind of similar, you can definitely see that Their bronze is much more dark, and the Etoupe color is almost looking like a creamy milk chocolatey next to Their bronze. So Their bronze is definitely gonna be that deeper, darker. And then I have Their Écossais, which is way more of a traditional green, and you can see that they look nothing alike. And what I would recommend is you can actually follow me on Instagram. I'll definitely be putting this on tonight, and I will post what the actual results look like dried on my hands on my Instagram. But let's open it up. Let's see like what it looks like. I love the Hermès big paddle brushes. While the green is not popping out at me, it still looks a little brown. Maybe it's more of the bronze. Maybe it'll just look more bronze. So can't wait to try that on, but I thought it would be helpful for you to see what it looked like against Their Écossais and Etoupe. Again, here's the three together. Perfect for the fall. And if you're enjoying yourself so far, I'd love for you to consider subscribing. If you love Hermès content, unboxing, storytelling, vlogs, then you've come to the right place. All right, lastly, we are going to take a look at the highly anticipated new perfume from Hermès, and it is called Barénia. And if you're not familiar with Hermès leathers, Barénia is like their most traditional leather in this beautiful tan color. It's what their saddles were made of, and it is just this beautiful smooth tan. They've recently reinvented Barénia with a leather called Barénia Faubourg, which is less strong and a little more grainy, but it now comes in handbags. But you can still get Barénia handbags. I'm not sure if they even make them today, but you can get them on the pre-loved market. So you know that they have got to be backing up their claims if they're calling their newest perfume Barénia, because it is such a loaded term in the Hermès world. So again, this is just a sample, and this is what it looks like. I love the fact that this looks like the Collier de Chien or the CDC bracelet. Like, look at that bottle. I would just love to buy this for the bottle alone, and I almost want to buy a CDC bracelet just to match my bottle. Like, they are definitely pressing all the buttons for us collectors. We have the sample. I did spray the sample yesterday, and then we have a little bit of a blurb. It says, the sensuality of Hermès Chypre is revealed in a balance of strength and softness. This exhilarating signature of butterfly lily blends with delicate miracle berry, the warm trail of oak wood and depth of ikigala wood, trademark, highlight the unique magnetism of this composition. Barénia brings the symbiosis of body and soul somewhere between scent and skin, a signature of an instinctive, captivating, and unforgettable woman. So that was quite a mouthful. Also to note, this is the Eau de Parfum. So I'm going to give you my very novice reaction to this. And just so you know, I am very sensitive to scents. So I do collect some scents, but I'm very much like a gourmand type lover, which means like vanilla or sweet. I hate things that are like fresh, or if something is like mountain air or anything like that, it's like so gross to me and it gives me an immediate headache. So if you're like that too, that might help. But anything that's like sweet or vanilla, I can usually handle. So I kind of did talk about the olfactory notes: butterfly lily, miracle berry, oak wood, and patchouli. So anyway, we're gonna take this out. And also, very rarely do I like spray things right on my skin, but I actually found like I could with this. So here is what the little sprayer looks like. All right, one teeny tiny spray is all it takes. So I guess the first thing I smell is like alcohol as it dries down. And it almost smells like cola to me. It doesn't smell feminine, but it also doesn't smell like a men's cologne either. Like, it's very, I would say, unisex. And there is a warmth to it, which is nice. And then as it's like drying down, I can definitely smell like it is developing, if that makes sense. And what's interesting is I brought 2 scents that it reminds me of. The thing that I immediately thought of was this, which I unboxed last year, and this is the Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit scent. And it kind of reminds me of this. And what's weird is nowhere in the notes does it talk about ginger in Barénia, but it just has that kind of a scent to it. And at the same time, in a weird way, it also reminds me of Santal 33 from Le Labo. Maybe not as strong, but maybe like the smell just like hits me in that same back of the throat type area, if that's making any sense. I'm like just describing how I'm like actually feeling. I'm certainly no expert. I don't want to say that you're gonna smell like leather. And what I also like about it is that even though it's the parfum concentration, I find that when I spray something on, like any of my Tom Ford scents, like that is strong. Like I have Lost Cherry and Bitter Peach, and those are like so strong, sometimes I have to wipe it off. But this, while it's strong, is not overpowering. And it is like a nice warm scent. It's like a Hermès hug. But it's not the kind of scent that you smell when you go into a store. Like, it doesn't smell like a store. It just has a very warm smell. The other thing I like is that I felt like it wore well over the day. Like, it was stronger, obviously, as soon as I put it on. But as I was going to bed, I want to say maybe 12 hours later, I could still smell a hint of it, but it wasn't like overpowering. So overall, I am definitely going to be buying myself a bottle of this. And I just absolutely love it. As an Hermès lover, I feel like this is something I can spray right on my skin, not worry about, you know, stinking up the place, and not worrying about, like, you can see that for my sensitive skin, it's not even turning red, which sometimes it happens with perfumes or colognes. So I just absolutely love it. And I have zero headache, and the Beauty Luxe lover liked it too. So thank you to those who've stayed with me to the end. Let us know in the comments if you've picked up anything from this new fall winter makeup collection and how you like them. I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of how I style these items in my day-to-day and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury unboxing playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!